Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the arrival of our guest of honor, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Zulfikri Osman, Director General of Majlis Amanah Rakyat, MARA, accompanied by distinguished guests. Kindly remain standing for the national anthem Negaraku, followed by the Amanah Rakyat song. Thank you.
Demi satu keunggulan bangsa yang berdaulat, sebuah lambang penawan puncak jaya, perkasa di persada dunia.
Thank you. Please be seated. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good afternoon. Guten Tag and Salam Malaysia Madani. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Zulfikri bin Osman, Director General of Majlis Amanah Rakyat. Yang Berbahagia Insinyur Dr. Mazan Binteh, Deputy Director General of Majlis Amanah Rakyat. Yang berbahagia Dr. Azmi bin Ahmad Murjan, Senior Director of Investment of Majlis Amanah Rakyat. Yang berusaha Insignor Technologist Dr. Kamaruzaman Haji Muhammad Ali, Director General of Skills Development, Ministry of Human Resources. Yang berusaha Mr. Ahmad Solihin bin Muhammad Yusof, Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of German-Malaysian Institute. Board of Directors and members of the management of Mara Corporation, German-Malaysian Institute, distinguished speakers, strategic partners, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to welcome all of you to the Malaysia and German Industry Synergy Circles held in conjunction with the 60th anniversary celebration of Mara. Give them a big round of applause. My name is Yasmin Hani, and it is my great honor to be your MC for today. Today, we unite German industries, multinational corporations, and Malaysian companies with one shared goal, which is to strengthen collaboration in talent development and industry-driven education. This afternoon's program will feature 3 key segments: strategic document exchange session, GMI's Industry Advisory Council appointment, and business pitching session. Without further ado, we respectfully invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Zulfikri Osman, Director General Manager Mara, and distinguished guests to kindly take their places on stage to witness the exchange ceremony. Dipersilakan. To commemorate this presentation, we are honored to invite Ms. Kwek Su Yen, Executive Director, Hong Leong Foundation, to the stage for the mock check presentation. Dipersilakan. For your information, the Hong Leong Foundation serves as the philanthropic arm of the Hong Leong Group, focusing on education, community development, and sustainable social impact initiatives to benefit 35 students in advancing TVET education. The Hong Leong Foundation has provided a scholarship fund to the German-Malaysian Institute. Thank you, Ms. Kwek. Next, we would like to invite Dr. Liu Kan-en, Chief Operating Officer, Aerospace Malaysia Innovation Center, AMIC, to the stage. Dipersilakan. AMIC is a leading collaborative platform driving aerospace research, innovation, and industry development in Malaysia. Now, this partnership will focus on strengthening aerospace training infrastructure and enhancing talent development within the sector. Thank you, Dr. Liu. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Azmi Daud, Chief Executive Officer, Platform TV Tuition Sdn Bhd, to the stage. Dipersilakan. Platform TV Tuition, a digital education provider focused on accessible and innovative learning solutions. This collaboration centers on expanding educational outreach through digital platforms. Thank you, Mr. Azmi. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Nurul Azmi Zainuddin, Managing Director, NR Link Systems Sdn Bhd, to the stage. Dipersilakan. NR Link Systems is a technology solutions provider specializing in telecommunications, infrastructure, and green technology innovation. This partnership will focus on research and development, particularly in sustainable waste-to-energy solutions and applied engineering projects. Thank you, Mr. Nurul Azmi. We now would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Nizam Kamal, Project Manager, SS Rover Sdn Bhd, to the stage. Dipersilakan. SS Rover, an organization specializing in advanced technical training and robotics innovation. This collaboration introduces specialized training in remotely operated vehicles, ROV operations, strengthening GMI's capabilities in niche industrial skills development. Thank you, Mr. Nizam. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Azmi Zulkafli, General Manager, Akademi Integrasi Antaranusa, to the stage. Dipersilakan. Akademi Integrasi Antaranusa is an organization focused on education, training, and community-based learning initiatives. This partnership will support edutourism programs, STEM camps, and outreach initiatives aimed at nurturing early interest in technical education. Terima kasih, Ms. Azmi. And finally, we would like to invite Mr. Andrew Morrow, Managing Director, SGB-MY Sdn Bhd, to the stage. SGB-MY, a subsidiary of the Germany-based SGB SMIT Group, specializes in the design and manufacturing of transformer solutions for industrial and energy sectors. GMI will work closely with SGB-MY Sdn Bhd on curriculum development, industry upskilling, student sponsorships, and apprenticeship programs. Thank you, Mr. Andrew Morrow. Ladies and gentlemen, since the establishment of the Industry Advisory Council, IAC, in 2024, GMI has appointed 15 panels to provide strategic direction and industry insights, ensuring continued alignment between academic programs and evolving industry requirements. Today, 2 industry partners will be joining the IAC panel, marking a total of 17 companies. We would like to invite Mr. Azli Mohammed, Chief Executive Officer from Gas Malaysia Berhad, to the stage to receive his appointment. Thank you, Mr. Azli. We would now invite Mr. Andrew Morrow, Managing Director, SGB-MY Sdn Bhd, to the stage, please. Thank you, Mr. Andrew Morrow, and thank you, Dato Zulkifli and gentlemen. Terima kasih. Distinguished guests, we shall now proceed to the business pitching session, featuring insights from our distinguished industry leaders. Each speaker has only 10 minutes to share their organization's expertise, core activities, and opportunities for strengthening collaboration with the education sector. We hope this session sparks meaningful ideas, future partnerships, and opportunities for the MARA ecosystem. Now, please welcome Mr. Patrick Oliver Zigman, Partners, Deals Southeast Asia, Automotive ASEAN Leader, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Malaysia.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Selamat datang, dear students. My name is Patrick Zichman and I'm a partner in PwC. And you can figure I'm not Malaysian, I'm originally from Germany, but already 3 years in beautiful Malaysia. And I'm here today with my colleague Sharon, who comes on stage now. She just had to get her mic, and we will introduce to you PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC. So, first and foremost, our purpose. We build trust in society and solve important problems. And if this resonates with you, listen carefully. So who are we? We are amongst the leading professional service companies in the world. We have 370,000 people globally. We have offices in 149 countries, and we generate revenues of over 50 billion US dollar per year. In Malaysia, we are almost 4,000 people serving our clients in 7 offices across all Malaysia. And we are very happy to be certified as a great place to work. And we are awarded with different rewards for our workforce management on a continuous basis year by year. So let's look into what a day at PwC would look like and who we really are.
We are PwC. We are forward thinkers. We are driven by our values and dedicated to making a difference, tackling important problems to bring meaningful change all over the world. Here, your growth becomes our client's advantage. We do more than develop world-class skills. We cultivate potential. Every day, we're working together, learning side by side, collaborating from start to finish, asking bold questions and innovating with technology to unleash momentum. We do it by reimagining the possible, building trust, acting with integrity and care. At PwC, we're shaping the future together so you can spark your curiosity, so you can do inspiring work, so you can grow here and go further.
And Sharon and I can really assure you this is not a beautiful marketing video only. This is the true life at PwC. So what do we really do? So we have 2 business units in Malaysia. We have PwC Malaysia, where we actually serve our clients in Malaysia and in the region. And we have the PwC Acceleration Center. In PwC Malaysia, we have assurance services, where we, for example, audit your financial accounts each year. We have the tax services and advisory, risk services, including cybersecurity management. We have the deals practice with corporate finance, with due diligence, with valuation services, and performance and restructuring. Also, our consulting team, which is working on standard software implementation like SAP, Salesforce, and Workday. We have digital services where we develop AI strategies together with our clients, and our PwC Academy, where we set up training courses and training systems for our clients and for ourselves. And of course, we have our internal firm services, where we have our own finance, IT, and HR department. And also we have our PwC Acceleration Center, where we do outsized services for our US colleagues, serving our US clients in the same areas of service that I mentioned before. What does it really mean for our people to work at PwC? They grow faster. They have access to structured learning, coaching, and real-world projects. They build a network, work with diverse teams, and create lifelong relationships. They make an impact early on in their career, contribute to meaningful projects that matter to clients and the society. And they are supported by a culture of care, flexibility, and well-being. Sharon, please tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, so I think selamat petang. Boleh dengar tak? Boleh, okay. So maybe a very quick one. We are purpose-driven, so ESG is one of it at PwC. Not only about going to net zero, but as well as social. We earlier mentioned we care is well-being and developing our people. So that's really on the social part, and then well-being initiatives, right? Some days, I would want to just I wake up that day and I don't feel good. I don't feel like today is my day to do I don't feel mentally well, right? And that's really where we encourage a lot of well-being initiatives, risks, policies, ethics, code of conduct, speak up, and stakeholder engagements. Those are the things that we try to get into as well. Future thinking at PwC. So if you know, Chat GPT is an open platform out there, right? We have the same thing here in PwC, which is called Chat PwC. So it gives you a lot of insights, it helps you with a lot of process, policies, simplifying your words as well helps you with that, right? And of course, the impact of it, right? We do have a lot of AI leadership and conferences that we actually try to get into AI perspective as well in PwC, impacting the future, right? Going next. So very interesting thing that we have done, giving back to the society. A firm believer, I suka sangat kalau boleh kan, I nak bagi je internship ke, kerja ke, kalau boleh lah, in my hands ya. Tapi memanglah tak boleh lah sampai 300 orang sekali 400. But the fun part is, PwC actually hires about 700 to 800 interns a year. Right? And that's a very big number. One of it is through a program that we want to give back to the society. We just launched our scholarship program this Monday, right? So if you are a diploma student intending to do your degree, we are more than happy to have a conversation with you. What do we provide in this entire scholarship program? Not only your tuition fees, not only your allowance, but as well as books, learning materials, and all of that. With that, what do you get? So you would be given a choice to do an internship with PwC or a full-time placement with us once you have graduated. This is a program designing to focus a lot more on the assurance, which is audit, tax side, and as well as on the IT side, is a lot more on the cyber security. So kalau lah ada orang nak kat sini-sini cyber ke apa ke, boleh lah datang jumpa lepas ni. And the next one would be your growth journey with us. So if you are joining PwC, if you are keen to know what are we doing internally, right? This is personally something that I can vouch. We just ended this. We are going through our appraisal session in PwC. So a lot of things that how can you deliver or how do we deliver not only internally. We talk a lot about clients. How can we help with our clients? What are we growing with our clients? But what are we doing for our people as well? So a lot of those are career conversation, growth conversation, real-time development. In fact, we do have a dedicated space for some time at a particular level in our office where you can have a lot of growth conversations with your coach, with your leader. What's next for me? What's promotion looking like? What is my career progression? I don't want to become a senior manager, but I really want to grow. I want to be an individual contributor, a growth center as well, right? So those are the conversations that we can actually have. Going on to the next one, right? How do I lead and deliver value? It's two outcomes that we are talking about here. Under the PwC professional, trusted leadership. We inspire, we empower, and we evolve together. Distinctive outcomes, right? It's about champion, building, and deliver. Recognition, of course, everyone asks, gaji berapa? That's the first thing that I get when I go out there. So gaji bagus ya. Daripada zaman I dahulu, sampai sekarang ni, memang I tengok gap dia memang besar lah. Okay, so career milestone, personal milestone, real-time recognition, and we don't only wait. Kalau time bonus atau time increment je baru kita bagi duit. Tak, there's a lot of different ways for us to recognize people as well, right? Sorry.
Yes, exactly. We are back.
Okay.
We are back.
So
Continue.
people initiatives, a very quick one. I know I can see a board of 1 minute there. Staff engagement volunteering is of course inclusion and diversity, right? So you can actually see in PwC itself, being a Malaysian, I'm part of the HR team. Patrick comes from Germany as well, to as well engage with our clients, deliver a lot more. So it's all, we have a lot of different nationalities and people in our team. Well-being pillars, of course, to support you in multiple different aspects as well, emotional, physical, mental, anything around that, right? and discover a path for you guys who want to know. Accounting, we do have a career pathway for you guys for any discipline. So if you all think, I don't want to become an accountant, I'm not an accountant, I'm not doing tech, I'm not doing IT, what do I do? Personally, in PwC, I've been given an option. When I joined as a medical student. I was a certified medical student. I pivoted to HR with the opportunity given with trainings, with development. That's really something that I got into as well. Fresh graduates, we have multiple different programs from internship to a lot of earn while you learn. So diploma students who want to pivot doing degree, while doing your degree, we can actually sponsor you guys as well, right? In multiple different aspects. So that's really a lot of programs that we have. Happy for you all to review on our website as well. Passing it back to Patrick. I hope 1 minute is enough.
Yes, even less. So just to reflect on the contribution and the collaboration between MARA, GMI, and PwC, I really want to highlight 6 points. With GMI, first of all, I'm also the member of the GMI's Industry Advisory Council. Thank you very much. We are participating in GMI's company fairs, the thesis presentation, and conversational days. We are open, as Sharon has mentioned, for internships and direct entries. For MARA, we were actually the ESG consultant and developed the MARA ESG framework together. We also delivered the Malaysian public sector accounting standard finance training, and we are working with UniKL on different initiatives. So I think we already have a very good collaboration and even more to come. So thank you very much for your interest, and if you are interested to know more, please talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Patrick and Ms. Sharon. Thank you. Next, please welcome Mr. Tindaro Danza, President and Chief Executive Officer, Siemens Malaysia Sdn Bhd.
So, good afternoon, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, dear students. Thank you for having me, and special thanks to Sharon and Patrick for going first. Now I understand the drill of the 10 minutes. Very good. You put me in a hard spot, though, because you flex your Bahasa skills. I can't keep up with that. I'm good at many things, but not at languages. All right. Look, when I thought how I gonna pitch Siemens to you in 10 minutes, I thought I take you through a journey. And the journey would actually start with inviting you to just reflect a bit about this morning, your day. When you got up, you probably switched on a light, you went to your kitchen, you brewed yourself a coffee or tea, whatever you like. Then you got ready, you took a train, MRT, if you're somewhere close by. If you're somewhere further out, you took a grab, a car, and made your way, perhaps passing some industry parks, coming here. Sounds very routine, everyday stuff. To me, though, I see a lot of touch points you did today with Siemens technology without knowing. So there's a high likelihood that the electricity powering your home is managed through Siemens grid software. Or the coffee or tea bags that you use to brew your drink, very likely produced and processed in a factory that is automated by Siemens. And the MRT, the signaling, the electrification, very likely Siemens. The industry parks, all the factories you see there, packed with technology to electrify, automate, or through our software even connect to a cloud computing infrastructure of somehow. Even this building, you think about it. Automation of the elevators, escalators, air condition, fire safety, all Siemens-based technology. Now, you don't see any of that as a public citizen. And that's the reason why very often we also call the invisible giant, because nobody sees us, but everybody somehow touches our technology every day. Every day. So make no mistake, just because you can't see our product, doesn't mean that you don't have experience with it. So today I want actually to give you a sneak peek. What is it actually that is Siemens selling? What is the product that we're selling? What is it that goes into all these beautiful smart buildings and high-end factories, data centers, big here in Malaysia, trains, etc.? What is actually what comes out of our factory and what we are selling? And I give you a sneak peek. That's it. That's it. A bunch of gray boxes and flashy software dashboards. And now you know why we are invisible. Because it's boring. So I hardly get any reaction from a non-engineer. For an engineer, that might be interesting. But for a non-engineer, this is boring. Gray boxes, dashboards, so what? Right? But all that works behind the scene. Without that, you wouldn't have this. Without that, you don't have a smart building. And without that, you don't have highly productive factories. So that's actually what we're selling. We're selling the product that is creating impact. So to us, it's not about the looks. It's about the impact our technology creates. Right? And our history is long. So while today our technology is very centered around digitalization and digital technology that goes into industry and infrastructure, our way has been very long. It started 180 years ago, somewhere in a small backyard workshop in Germany, in Berlin, that was founded by a guy called Werner Siemens. And later on, because he did great stuff, he got a royal title, and now it's called Werner von Siemens, which is the royal title that you would have in Germany. And that gentleman that you see on the left-hand side, he was intrigued by the idea how I can use technology to make our life actually better. Right? So he started his endeavor back in 1847 with the first pointer telegraph, long-distance pointer telegraph in Germany. It was a big thing back then. And he rather quickly went also internationally, first in Europe, then Eastern Europe, Russia, and then he made his way to Asia and also Far East Asia. In Malaysia, in particular, we started having first records of sales in 1908, and then established a permanent setup here in the early 80s. Now you can imagine 180 years, I could have packed that slide with all kind of key milestones, what happened. It wouldn't fit. So I said, what I really want to pick and share with you are those that I believe were fundamental to our industry that we see coming up around the topic of AI. So for instance, in 2007, almost 20 years ago, was of the first acquisition we did where we bought a software house called UGS. And that software that we bought, that technology, is the basis for what today you call digital twinning. You certainly heard about digital twinning a lot. Now that software house we bought 2007, knowing that this will be crucial. Back then it was not a big issue. But nowadays, digital twinning is everywhere when you go in a conversation with any factory or any infrastructure. And then we followed it up in 2017 with another big acquisition of another software house called Graphics, which is fundamental, again, a technology that you need to design computer chips. So all the semiconductors need this software to design the next generation of computer chips. In Malaysia in particular, I hear that we very much, as a country, want to go into IC design, in chip design. We don't only want to produce, we want to design them. This software is needed to do so. And then a couple of other very interesting collaborations we have done in 2022. We started to join a cooperation with NVIDIA to create something called the Industrial Metaverse. So I'm sure you heard about NVIDIA. If you not have heard about NVIDIA, NVIDIA is one of the most powerful chip producer that you have nowadays. The processing power of these chips are amazing, and you need those high processing power chips to allow for AI to happen. And their history actually comes from a gaming background. So they produced in the past chips for PlayStations and game consoles. Why? Because in the gaming you have graphics that are very complex. You need a high processing power. Yeah, you know all the games that you maybe put on a goggle and then you're in a virtual world and it almost looks like you're watching a movie. It's photorealistic what you see, and then you move and do whatever game you picked. Now the same idea we had with NVIDIA and say, why not bring in this technology to the shop floor? We as Siemens are able to connect the data from the shop floor into that virtual environment, and you, NVIDIA, have the processing power with your chips to allow the people to immerse in a virtual world of a factory. Now that's not only nice to walk through and be, totally awed by the photorealistic environment, but what you do in this environment, every operation move you do, any machine that you commission virtually is connected to a real machine somewhere around the world. So you can emerge into a virtual factory here, and the factory actually is on the other side of the world, and you can operate it from here. So that's the idea of the industrial metaverse. That's the reason why I collaborate with them. And in 2023, we followed up with another collaboration that I think is also very important, a collaboration with Microsoft. You all know the Copilot that you use in your office environment to generate an email, to maybe screen a document, to have an interaction with. The same idea we brought together with Microsoft on the shop floor, which is revolutionizing the way we interact as humans with a machine. So you don't necessarily need programming knowledge. You can, through a chatbot, command the machine what you want the machine to do. And it's both ways. The machine can tell you if something is wrong with the machine. So you have a two-way communication based on natural language, in any language. And I think that's amazing, the way we are approaching that way, and be much smarter on what is actually happening on our shop floor. Is our shop floor running healthy? Is anything coming up? Almost like a conversation between a doctor and a patient, where a patient is able now, we enabled the machine patient, so to speak, to tell what is wrong, what's going on, and then react to it. Then another big acquisition we did just last year is an acquisition of Altair, another software house, also around simulation of products, but packed with loads of AI applications in there, making the design process super fast, because an AI helper is going through that process multiple times faster than you would be able to do so. And then, just a month ago, on the Hannover Messe in Germany, we launched the first agentic AI engineer. Agentic AI engineer. This is basically, simply speaking, it's a digital co-worker that is coming with an engineering degree. And you can pass complete engineering tasks to this virtual co-worker. And he works 24 hours, don't ask for a pay raise or holidays. Right? So, but the spirit all along this way, from 1847 all the way to now, is always the question, what technology can help us to make our life better? Can make our life better. And you see, we believe that with technology, we can also address a lot of nowadays challenges, whether these are challenges around climate, or challenges about scarcity of resources, or exploding demand of electricity. To our belief, only technology can address these challenges in scale, at scale. So we are very conscious about introducing technology that has purpose, that matters, that creates impact. And in the way of doing so, in the progress of today, we want to make sure that we are not doing it in the expense of tomorrow. And again, this is a spirit that is not new. Our founder, one of the most popular quotes of him, says, "I will not sell the future for the short-term benefit." I will not sell the future for the short-term benefit. And that's the way we look at innovation ourselves. How we can create something that is meaningful without doing on the expense of tomorrow. So I got the 1 minute slide 2 times now or 3 times now. So I have one thing left, one wish. Next time you take a sip of your coffee or board the train or flick the switch at home or go in a shopping mall or convention center like this, always keep in mind there are thousands of engineers behind it, pioneers, innovators, smart people that are working to make all that what we enjoy as a society, make it smarter, make it better, make it greener. That's why we believe that as Siemens, our product, this gray box that are pretty boring, and the software that comes along with it, transforms the everyday for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Tindara Denzer. Next, please welcome Mr. Andrew Morrow, Managing Director, SGBMY Sdn Bhd.
Okay, good afternoon everyone, distinguished guests, students. I'm very pleased to be here today to introduce SGBMY to you. On behalf of the entire SGB SMIT group, I'd like to thank GMI and Mara for the invitation to be part of this celebration of Mara's 60th anniversary. Today I'll briefly introduce our group. We'll let the video run on a loop behind me. Maybe it will give you a better understanding of what I'm saying as you see the pictures. I'll explain our presence here in Malaysia, our products, and I'll share how we contribute to the local energy ecosystem through our technology and local capabilities, as well as our ongoing collaboration that we have with GMI. So who are SGB SMIT and what do we do? SGB SMIT is a global transformer manufacturing group. We have over 100 years of experience originating in Europe, and our headquarters is in Regensburg in Germany. We operate in 15 locations worldwide with approximately 3,300 employees. We design and manufacture a wide range of transformers, from small distribution transformers through to large power transformers, supporting the entire electricity supply chain. With that said, what is a transformer? Maybe you've got a better idea now that you see some pictures, but it's not a robot in disguise. Maybe some of the students thought it was. A transformer is a key component in any electrical network. Its primary function is to transfer electrical energy between circuits while adjusting the voltage level. In simple terms, a transformer allows electricity to be transmitted efficiently over long distances by stepping up the voltage and then stepping down to be distributed safely to end consumers. Without transformers, modern power systems from utilities to industries, building infrastructure, data centers and renewables would not be able to operate safely or efficiently. Our focus has always been on delivering reliable, high-performance transformers while continuously improving through innovation and strong engineering capabilities. This has been the driving principle of SGBMY for the past 32 years, since our establishment in Malaysia in 1994, focusing on the local production of oil-filled and cast resin distribution transformers. From 1994 until today, multinational has been and continues to be our biggest customer. And out of over 25,000 units produced in our factory in Nilai, just under half of those, maybe around 11,000 transformers, have been supplied by SGBMY directly to TNB. So whilst we don't have a household name like our colleagues from Siemens and Volkswagen, it's more than likely that the electricity used in your school, mall, place of work has flowed through a transformer made by SGB in Malaysia. Today we have a fully fledged manufacturing facility with an annual production capacity of approximately 3,600 transformers and around 250 employees supporting engineering, manufacturing, testing and after-sales services. From Malaysia, we serve both domestic and international markets such as Singapore, Philippines, Australia, the Middle East, and even the UK and Ireland, positioning the Malaysian factory as an important hub within the SGB SMIT group. One of our key strengths is the combination of German engineering with local Malaysian manufacturing, German technology made here in Malaysia. Our products are designed based on proven European technology and international standards while being produced locally. This enables us to maintain a high standard and reliability while remaining competitive and responsive to local and regional customer requirements. At the same time, this approach supports local industry development, strengthens the domestic supply chain, and contributes to the growth of local talent and expertise. And so on the subject of local talent development, it's a pleasure to speak today about our collaboration with GMI, a partnership that reflects the shared commitment to develop skilled and future-ready local talent. We are proud to already have 3 GMI alumni working in our company. Their strong technical foundation, professionalism, and work ethic are clear examples of the quality of graduate that GMI produces, and they continue to contribute meaningfully to our growth. And building on this, our collaboration focuses on several key areas. Firstly, we are committed to provide internship opportunities that give students valuable hands-on industry experience while completing their studies. Secondly, our graduate training program is designed to support fresh graduates in transitioning smoothly into the workforce, developing both their technical ability and how they apply it in the workplace. Thirdly, we are currently developing a scholarship initiative demonstrating our shared belief in equal opportunity and academic excellence. By supporting deserving students financially, we aim to reduce barriers to education and empower individuals to pursue their ambitions. Additionally, programs such as GDVT play a crucial role in bridging the gap between education and vocational training. This training reinforces practical skills, enhances employability, and ensures that participants are industry ready. The collaboration between SGB-MY and GMI is an important step in strengthening the link between education and industry, and together we are creating opportunities, developing talent, and contributing to a more skilled and competitive workforce for the future. So, in conclusion, SGB-MY is committed to supporting Malaysia's energy infrastructure through our locally manufactured high-quality solutions, engineering to international standards, and continuous development of local young talent. And we look forward to the next 32 years in Malaysia, contributing to the country's growth. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew Morrow. Next, please welcome Dr. Susanna Lemon, Managing Director, Volkswagen Group Malaysia, Sdn Bhd.
Yeah, thank you, Pagi, dan salam sejahtera, dear students, dear colleagues from MARA and from GMI. Thank you so much for having me today. It's a great pleasure for me to be here. I want to talk a little bit about automotive networks in Southeast Asia, because I'm thinking that it is a change in paradigms, but also in technologies, electric vehicles, and also culture that we are seeing at the moment. So just as a short agenda, I give you a short introduction to Volkswagen Group in general, and of course, Volkswagen in Malaysia, and about a little bit stealing from Mr. Patrick and PwC some facts about the automotive market in ASEAN, and also how are the European OEMs doing in this market here in Malaysia. So thanks a lot. First introduction to Volkswagen Group. We are not invisible, sorry Tindaro. We want to be visible. So the first question is, who of you owns a car? Okay. Second question, who of you owns the right car? Okay, so I think cars are very visible in the daily life. We want to be visible. Volkswagen is not so visible as I would wish it to be in Malaysia, so I started when I arrived here waving at every Volkswagen. So if you see me waving, it's because you drive one of our cars in the streets of Kuala Lumpur. Volkswagen in total is in northern Germany. You see, we even have a power plant of our own. And yes, we are old. We were founded in 1937. Our boss is Olli Blume, headquartered in Germany. We have more than 660,000 employees worldwide, and we are active in more than 111 factories in 153 countries in the world. Yeah, it's a lot. Cars sold, we were always heading for between Toyota and us, 10 million cars was a magic threshold. Now we said, okay, we are okay with 9 million per year, and also making a lot of profit with these cars, as you can see here. So what are our brands? Not all of them are here in Malaysia, unfortunately, but nevertheless, I want to present to you. I hope it's interesting nevertheless. We have something that we call the core or the volume segment, which is Volkswagen commercial vehicles, Skoda, Seat, and Cupra. Only Volkswagen is here in Malaysia, unfortunately. But from the Progressive Group, we also have Audi. Who of you knew that? We are assembling Audis in Pekan. Okay, now you know. We are also having Bentley, Lamborghini, and even Ducati, the motorbikes. Any motorbike drivers? No? Yeah? That's good. We are assembling them in Thailand. That's good. And of course, our Porsche cars, we are assembling the Porsche in Kulim in northern Malaysia. At the moment, the Cayenne and also the Macan coming up soon. So on the right, you saw all the other big trucks and so on is also part of our group. We are dividing us in these core, progressive and sport and luxury segments in the group. And here, I'm sorry, it's a little bit small to say, but you see, of course, most of our factories are in Europe. We have 22 car factories plus 10 component factories in China. And of course, in Malaysia, I will show you, we are the only assembly site in ASEAN here in Malaysia, in the factory in Pekan. Yeah, I'm really glad for that. So I can say it's really something that makes us very proud to be assembling, not only selling cars here, but really also assembling cars. So where are we, Volkswagen, in Asia or ASEAN, apart from China? We are in all these countries that you can see in a Volkswagen, for example, Korea, with the respective brands in Japan, Taiwan, etc. But as I said, Malaysia is the only country in ASEAN where we are assembling. We are also assembling Ducati motorbikes in Thailand. So we are also working with some external importers in countries like Vietnam or Indonesia, Thailand, Philippines. But we are also hoping to put that together as an ASEAN region, because Malaysia for us is our home in ASEAN. So we are really proud to be here. And we want to take this as a future chance to not only be in Malaysia, but export from Malaysia into all these countries, working with our colleagues. But remember, right-hand drive is in Malaysia. Some of the countries, left-hand drive makes it a little bit more complicated for us, but we can do it. So we are also offering regional services. We are not only building cars, we are also offering services for our colleagues in the other Asian countries already, like compliance officers, like procurement, like warehouses for after sales. So from Malaysia, we are exporting, for example, the parts for the cars after sales in Japan, Australia, etc. So especially Volkswagen Group Malaysia. We are having these 5 brands here, Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, and the big trucks, Scania and MAN. So I hope I can get the pictures back. Did I do anything? Yes, thank you so much. Wonderful technical support. So who of you knew that we are also having truck in the Volkswagen Group? Oh, Patrick, yes, thank you. So yeah, they belong to us. And we, with all of these brands, want to really be here. This is our mission and vision of Volkswagen Group Malaysia with all these 5 brands. We want to be the most efficient local production in the ASEAN region. And we want to also work as a premium export hub and as a unique and iconic global car maker here in Malaysia. So as acting as one, bringing competitive products. I know at the moment we have like a transition from ICE, combustion engine cars, towards electric vehicles. We don't have electric vehicles yet in Malaysia, but it's coming soon, I can promise you. So we are with these 5 brands, with the headquarters here in Bangsar, in Kuala Lumpur. The factories for Volkswagen and Audi is in Pekan, Pahang, the factory for Porsche in Kulim, Kedah, and our truck companies in Shah Alam and Port Klang. And as you can see, we are here already sometime. The major history, we were founded in 2005 in Malaysia, but having started with a local assembly in 2012, we have started with something we call the volume strategy with smaller cars, but we have clearly seen we cannot compete with the local cars like Perodua and Proton. So we said, okay, let's focus on our segment that we chose here, bigger cars, more comfortable cars. We call it accessible premium strategy, and now we are even going one step further, going into battery electric vehicles and also hybrid cars that we want to export also from Malaysia to Thailand and Indonesia starting right now in June. So our export locations, I have said that already. we are very proud, and I think it's also aligned with your government, because Malaysian market with 780,000 vehicles is something that is not giving us enough scales in order to have the right products, but also the right cost levels. This is why we want to export, also supporting your government policy into that. So just having a very short look on the ASEAN 6 market. Patrick, thanks for all the facts. We say we have a stable market in Malaysia. We have some other markets, Indonesia, Thailand, going down a little bit. Vietnam and Singapore growing very, very dynamically. But we love Malaysia because it's stable, it's predictable, and this is something where we rely on. And also, if we see what segments are selling here, for example, Thailand with the pickups, we don't have pickups here, so what is the strategy? This is what we are at the moment thinking about. Is it also correct to take pickups into our production portfolio, yes or no? Should we concentrate on the electric vehicles or on SUVs? These are the questions that we are tackling at the moment, also looking at that. Of course, we know that all our Chinese colleagues are coming into Thailand, into Indonesia, into Malaysia. We love them, and we are also a little bit afraid of them, but we think we don't have to be afraid, because we have been working with them so many years. I have been in China since 2004, was my first assignment there. So we know they have been learning from us. Now we can learn back from them, and I think we can take this approach together as a team Malaysia to not be overrun, but really respect and honor what has been done here already in this country. So if you see that XEVs, or hybrid electric vehicles, full battery electric vehicles, we see Malaysia is growing, but with a 5.8% at the moment, not so high, which is good for us because we have both car profiles. We have ICE combustion engines as well as electric vehicles in our portfolio. We don't want to rely only on one technology. This is very much aligned with the market here. Yeah, and if you see a total of our European car makers in Malaysia, we see, since 2015, we have been declining. We have been a little bit challenged by the Chinese car makers, yes, but it's nothing to be afraid about. I don't know if you have seen in the auto show in Beijing just last week, there are a lot of super new and modern cars, the best technology that we have, and I'm bringing it for you to Malaysia. So nothing to worry about. Also thinking about what can we do. No, usually we have this differentiated quota strategy, how to enter a market. We are far beyond the early years. We have been importing, yes, but now we are here. We want to produce here, and we want to export from here. Also with EV cars that we are not only importing, but also will be producing here in Malaysia. This is what I want to say with that. So investment, all the European car makers together, so BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes, and Stellantis are in these numbers together. We have a total of 49 production locations together with our provider or supplier, vendor, colleagues, and we have generated more than 8,000 jobs here in Malaysia with the invest that you can also see here until year to date. I think that's quite something. We want to be here, we want to stay here, and we want also to show you we are fully invested in Malaysia. So key contributions, you have seen that also for our students, we are offering, of course, the knowledge transfer, come to our factory, same as Andrew has said. We are offering internships with real-life projects that the students can do, not something theoretical, something that is really used in production in real life. We are also offering, of course, this export positioning as export hub for Malaysia and green mobility in partnering for charging stations, for example, but also training software, training R&D, training design, and really applying also this local vendor development with also Malaysian companies. So thank you a lot for giving me the chance to expose a little bit about us. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Dr. Susanna Lemon. Next, please. Terima kasih Dato' Zulfikri. Thank you for being with us today. And now we shall proceed, and please welcome Dr. James Jayadeva anak lelaki Govindasamy, Vice President Siba Vision Johor Sdn Bhd, Alkan Johor. Dipersilakan.
Salam sejahtera, everybody. First and foremost, thank you, Tuan Haji Sulain, for giving me this opportunity. I'm actually an ex-GMI student, pioneer batch. So GMI. And actually, because of GMI, I'm a forever engineer, because they have instilled that quality in me until today. Okay, so without further ado, I'm not a salesperson, so apologies up front. I'm still very much an engineer, so my sales pitch may be a bit rusty, so that's why I'm going to rely a lot on the videos to talk you through. And there is a quiz, right? So being a part-time lecturer, adjunct professor, I have to quiz my students so to make sure they pay attention to the presentation. So those who do not pass the quiz can't leave the room later.
Welcome to Alcon, the global leader in eye care dedicated to helping people see brilliantly. With over 75 years of experience, we innovate boldly to enhance sight and improve lives around the world. Our cutting-edge technologies and high-quality products address the diverse needs of patients and eye care professionals worldwide. From advanced surgical instruments to leading-edge contact lenses and eye drops, our innovations are at the forefront of eye care. We offer life-changing solutions designed to improve or protect sight and restore independence to millions of people each year. Our industry-leading investments in internal research and development and in external innovation, totaling more than $6 billion since 2018, are delivering an unprecedented wave of new products. But our commitment goes beyond innovation. Our vision for the world means making a positive difference through our social impact and sustainability initiatives. Social responsibility is at our core. Through partnerships and community outreach, we expand medical training in low and middle-income countries, support eye care programs, provide free eye exams, and donate essential products to those in need. We are also dedicated to good environmental stewardship by reducing our environmental footprint by minimizing waste, reducing emissions, and conserving water. Our associates are our greatest asset. We foster an inclusive, diverse, and highly collaborative work environment, empowering our employees to realize their full potential. At Alcon, we're more than a company. We're a global community committed to better vision and a brighter future for all. Thank you for being part of our journey. Alcon, see brilliantly.
Okay, so a bit about Alcon. We are actually a Swiss-American company, so we have a headquarters in Geneva, but all our operational headquarters is based in Fort Worth, Texas. So do you guys know that Alcon is the #1 eye care company in the world? Yes? So I heard yes too. Very good, thank you. So at least someone noticed that. Okay, so if you go to any ophthalmologist's surgical suite, most likely you'll find an Alcon equipment. How many of you here have family members who have done cataract surgery? Yeah, quite a number of you raise your hands. And most likely they'll be using an Alcon product, both for the surgical suite and also the intraocular lenses that's embedded into the eye. So now a bit more about where we are locally in Malaysia. But just before that, in Southeast Asia, we have 4 factories. 2 factories in Singapore, 1 in Malaysia, which is in Johor, and 1 in Indonesia. So the factory in Malaysia, this is a quiz pre-question. We make exclusively the Air Optics product for the entire world, 102 countries out of Gelang Patah, Johor. So you'll be proud of that. And there's 2 products that are actually novel in the world. One is a contact lens that you can put on your eye for 30 days and 30 nights without removal, which is going to be very, very useful during the World Cup season. And the other one was the first silicone hydrogel colored lens in the world. was produced in 2014, also from the Johor plant. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Alcon Johor. Okay, now I'll introduce the team that helps me run the site. So this is my dream team. So you can see it's typical with any manufacturing facility, you have all the various functions. So fellow students, you know, if you're in any field, for that matter, whether it's humanities or engineering, we cover the entire spectrum. So you have internship for all positions in our factory. So this is the factory, as you see at the slide, where we are made up of two operations, so the front end and the back end. So the front end is the molding operation. It's fully automated. You can hardly see people in that factory floor. And the back end is where it's a bit more manual, where all the transfer of the lenses is done manually. And currently, that's where we're focusing our efforts in automation. So this is some milestones of the products that we started, you know, when Hubble beginning way back in 2007 in the factory. But as you heard from the video, Alcon has been in existence since 1947, and the plant in Johor is since 2005. And we started commercial operation in 2007. So you can see all these are the products that we have launched of the recent years. Like I said, the special call out here is in 2014, we came out with the first silicon hydrogel colored lens in the world, which is co-developed in the facility in Malaysia. And in 2018 and 2019 is the one that we produced the first, or at least now still existing, where you have that 30 days and 30 nights without removal, air optics night and day. And it's also used as a bandage lens. So if you have a cornea abrasion or cornea injury, most likely they will use our lens for the treatment. So here's the part in terms of our collaboration with GMI. You can see that in terms of talent development, that's the focus. And being a vocational trained student myself, I'm a strong advocate about vocational training in the factory. We run the German dual vocational training in our factory. We have 3 cohorts, and the fourth one is coming along. I think the intake is somewhere this year. I know Dr. Faro is looking at me. James, come on, sign up the students now. Coming soon. So for all the students and potential graduates, if you are looking for internship programs or even employability, please reach out to us later and deposit your CV. So here you can see the landscape, but I know it's a bit of an eye chart, but I just want to summarize it in 2. One is an engineer's playground. So there's a huge amount of opportunities to improve our processes, and we all constantly look for the next best thing, and we're still having breakthroughs, even though this process now is about 30 years in age, right? So we're still having breakthroughs locally for the global market. And secondly, it's a great working environment. Don't take my word for it. You can ask others, and also the awards also kind of validates that. It's a great place to work. We work really hard, but we also play hard. I know some of my colleagues would say we play harder. All right, so just wanted to wrap up with a few recognitions in terms of we got on the past few years. This was way back in 24 where we won the best so-called multinational in Malaysia. And last year we won, these are all the awards that we won from last year, but I think the one that we are most proud of because we try to benchmark ourselves with the best in the world. So in Christmas of 2023, I got a late Christmas gift 3 days after. We were told that we were number 1 in Malaysia, number 1 in APAC, and 5th in the world. So I told the organizers my pitch will be very short. It won't be the whole 10 minutes. So with that, I'd like to end my presentation. But again, I'd like to welcome any one of you who are looking for not a job, but a career in engineering. So with that, thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. James. Next, please welcome Mr. Nurul Azmi Zainuddin, Managing Director, NR Link Systems, Nurul Berhad. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Nurul Azmi, and I'm from NR Link System, a homegrown local company in an ICT company, which is synonym for information and communication technology. But to us, ICT is more than that. We are more towards innovations through collaborations in technology. So one of our collaboration, I will share with you a few of our collaborations. One of them is with a Japanese company, Soliton Systems. They build high-quality, high-density video stream systems, which is with very low latency, with about 24 milliseconds, which is the lowest in the world. So with that latency, what does it mean? It means that from point A to point B, you'll get less or very low delay in the video, and the quality is really high. So that is why one of our major customers is the military, right? Malaysian military. And what we do for the military is to broadcast some video footings towards the command center through this equipment and through a media, it's either cellular network or satellite systems. So we were able to actually integrate or to interface the military X-band satellite radios using our equipment. And at that time, they were actually very underutilized. They've got a lot of X-band satellite radios, but it was underutilized. But now, with this equipment, they were able to use more of it for the operations. This is something fresh from the oven. It was only recently, about a week ago, we conducted a training for the military. And you can see that at the background is the X-band antennas and the X-band satellite radios. So what I'm trying to say is that besides systems equipment, we are also into training for the equipment itself. All right. Our next collaboration is with a company it's a Dubai-based company, the Microavia, but it's owned and most of the engineers are from Ukraine. So we are talking about drone in a box. And you know very well, Ukraine has got the best undetected fiber optic drone in the world right now. So it's been used as a kamikaze drone in the war. So if you were to attend the DSA exhibition a few weeks ago at MyTech, you will come across lots of manufacturers locally and abroad doing drones. So, but one notable manufacturer is DJI from China. They also have the drone in the box, but it's only for landing, charging, and fly again. So, but for microavia, they have a bigger system with 6 batteries, where they do swapping of batteries. They land, swap batteries, and charge, and the rest, they fly again. So we can do autonomous systems up to 6 months, where we can plan the routing of the drone. So this system, the strength is on the AI-driven tracking and automated alerts. And at the same time, they build their own EO, electrical, optical, thermal cameras. So at the moment, we are collaborating with some of the customers in Indonesia, especially. We have a customer monitoring a train carrying coal, because they've got a distance of about 400 kilometers of railway track, where they transport coal from end to end. But from A to B, they realize that they lose 30% of the coal through theft, and they do not know where it is. So we are working on a solution for them, on a proposal for them. Right? Besides this collaboration, we were also into some green technology new venture. For information, this is actually what triggers the collaboration between GMI and NRLink, because Tuan Haji Solihin is very interested in the Quran disposal using incinerator, which we are developing. And you know that we need to dispose the Quranic verses, the old Quran, with respect, and we need to also handle the ashes with respect. So he has to be a dedicated incinerator. So Tuan Haji Salim is very interested in this, so that's why the whole thing started. And for information, we had also brand our incinerator as Manson Incinerator. It may sound a bit German, I'm not sure, Manson, but honestly, Manson is very, very Melayu, because what it means is manufacture sendiri. Okay, let me share some the chronology, on video on the chronology. There's no video. Okay. Okay, we had actually invested in the design and the construction of a 300 kg per hour incinerator in Bandung, Indonesia. We collaborate with Itegaptek, and we collaborate with Telkom University in Bandung. For information, Telkom University is the biggest private university in Indonesia, with about 40,000 students. So what you see is the real equipment, the real system that we built in Bandung. That was in 2020, just before COVID. So this is, because in Indonesia, they have mountains of trash, mountains of garbage. So they just need us to handle that, because they run out of landfill. After that, we developed the Manson 25, which is 25 kg per hour incinerator, after getting some small orders from Malaysia. And this was also built at the workshop in Indonesia, in Bandung. And it was shipped. But after delivering, after some time, the management decided not to use the equipment yet, because we need to have the approval from DOE, right? So after that, we have started to improvise on our system, on our design. We innovate our design with new technologies. We had incorporated a lot of new sciences, new physics into the design. And the objective is to have a temperature of at least 100 degrees Celsius, so that it will destroy all the toxic gases, especially furan and dioxin. And also to ensure that there is a steady flow, a balanced flow of water and gas circulation. So we have continued doing this development in Cheras, and So all is done by us ourselves. And once it is completed, in fact, we have already achieved, for information, we had already achieved what we wanted to do. We already achieved 800 degrees, we already achieved the filtration system for this incinerator. So after this achievement, we spoke to JMI, where we hope that we could do some collaboration with JMI in terms of the design, in terms of the aesthetic, and in terms of working with us into getting the approval from the Department of Environment. For information, currently there are no companies that had got the Department of Environment approvals as yet, especially on the emission. Because the work on testing and modification was done last year and this year, and have been ongoing. And this year, we intend to improve on the design with the participation of JMI, with the partnership and collaboration with JMI. At the same time, we have seen the slides from PwC just now. Maybe to Haji Solihin, we could start talking with them where we could tap some of their ESG for this green technology. Right? Okay, the 1 minute has gone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nurul Azmi. Next, please welcome Mr. Muhammad Nizam Kamal, Project Manager SS Rover Sdn Bhd.
Assalamualaikum. Can you guys hear me? Boleh dengar tak? Assalamualaikum. Selamat tengah hari kepada semua. Okay, saya Nizam. Saya akan cuba. I will try do my best to present our company to everyone here. Sorry, we have technical issues kejap. Okay, first, I want you guys to imagine. You guys transfer money through your phone, and you believe to the security, to the everything, that so you can transfer just like that. Just imagine that. But the structure that power up your phones, like the data, the connection, it was done manually. It's risky, you see. So you imagine macam mana kita nak tengok benda ni move forward so that we can make sure that industry can berkembang and can be done. So this is actually the problem with the market. We have 100 billion of hidden cost. Untuk pasang semua structure tu, we need what 100 billions, you see. But the way they are maintained, it's like pakai diver. There's no robotic inside it. There's no AI inside it. So we are focusing on the 4D reality, dangerous, dirty, dull, and dexterous, which is a very high risk untuk human being. So we try to introduce robotics and also AI and detection. So this is where we're coming from. So SS Rover is basically bridging all of this. So we create one system platform called Shift4R, whereby we can integrate all of this equipment through the platform. So this way, we can monitor and we can basically protect all the equipment which we buy, millions of dollars. So our value is basically, you don't have to buy a new equipment. You can use our platform, you can use our product, you just plug and play. So that's what our value is. So we are moving towards command, control, communication, computers, surveillance. This is one of the type of project that we are currently working on. So basically we do the scan and we need to trim. And this is, to be honest, just to share with you guys, this is actually our project in Kenyir. So we're going to do underwater logging using our ROV. So this is where we are trying to introduce all of this intelligence so that everyone can, to be safe and doing work without any issue moving forward. So, as our esteemed colleague from Siemens been telling us about digital twin, yes, we are also moving towards that. So, but we are focusing on the asset that our clients having, and then we try to integrate everything to our bridge. So basically, we want to bridge from the operation, which are using a traditional way of doing things, to the next step, whereby we have an AI to, to predict the maintenance-wise, what to do moving forward, and then basically to provide safety and everything to them. So, who we are. So as Dr. Jevons told us, our founder is also a JMI alumni, actually, Syed Shamsul Nizam. So this company basically started in 2021, but way back then, when he started to work with Shell, with Bourbon, he started to see that this maintenance works are basically all over the place. There's no centralized system that can assist all this ownership that buys millions of dollars of asset so that they can know and predict the maintenance. So that's why he created this company. However, apart from them, we also have this another two, which is the background is basically different from his underwater and subsea experience. We also have civil engineering, Kamarul, and we also have Kevin, which is he's also with aviation before. So with this partnership, we managed to come up with this product so that we can share with the world at the moment. So we are backed by VentureTech, which is under Mike at the moment. And also we are industry leading accredited with IMCA, MDEC, and CIDB. And we have our yard in Surabaya. We also have our office in Beijing. And we have about two yards in Malaysia. We have one in Johor and also one in Muka. So where are we coming from with JMI? So basically, Shamsul Nizam is like to be honest, like a teacher for us. He likes to teach. So he's been dreaming to have a ROV expert program from the get-go from 2017. So when we first approached JMI, we were unable to find a way how for us to collaborate moving forward. But last year, we managed to do that. So at the moment right now, we are doing a ROV expert program for 7 trainees. They are now at our yard doing the practical works. And so UTS is actually the second cohort of that. So JMI will be the third one. And then we also partnership with KL Petrogas and also TNB Integrax for our businesses. Yeah, so for students, so everyone, we are welcome you to join us. So we have a few programs that we are collaborating with JMI. We have ROV expert program that we might, and we are discussing with JMI whether we're going to do it yearly basis. We also accept internship. So if you are capable enough, and if you show your initiative, and that's not a problem for us to absorb you into our company. And most of our interns are, most of the time we absorb as part of the company anyway. So I think that's it. I don't think I need 10 minutes. So everyone's also mengantuk already. All right, so I think I end my presentation. Thank you so much, JMI, for having us. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Mr. Nizam Kamal. We have now come to the end of the business pitching session. We would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Insignio Dr. Mahzan Bintih, Deputy Director General of Majlis Amanah Rakyat and distinguished guest, to present mementos to all distinguished speakers. Firstly, I would like to welcome Mr. Patrick Oliver Zygmunt. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. Next, I'd like to invite Miss Sharon. Dipersilakan. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Next, I'd like to invite Mr. Andrew Morrow. Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Next up, can we have Mr. Nurul Azmi up on stage, please? Thank you, Mr. Nurul Azmi. And next, can we have Mr. Nizam up on stage? Thank you, distinguished guests. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Ahmad Solihin Mohammed Yusof for the warm remarks. Dipersilakan.
Teori dan amalan bersatu dengan nilai dekat yang padu. GMI.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Guten Tag. Salam sejahtera. That was a teaser. That was fresh from the oven. It was only approved late last night by the Yang Berbahagia Datuk Director General of MARA, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Zulfikri Osman. That is GMI's corporate song. But it was just a teaser. What we have shared with you was just the first verse. Can we play that again just to make sure that you get it a little bit more? One more round.
Die German-Malaysian Institute. Teori dan amalan bersatu dengan nilai dekat yang padu. GMI terus meragapai ilmu.
Thank you again. The German-Malaysian Institute. Teori dan amalan bersatu. It combines the theoretical aspect as well as also the hands-on. Dengan nilai tekad yang padu. With full spirit. GMI terus mara move forward with faith. To Majlis Amanah Rakyat MARA, yang berbahagia Insinyur Dr. Mahzan, Timbalan Ketua Pengarah MARA, Pendidikan, kepada Dr. Azmi, kepada the whole big MARA community, a very, very big, happiest 60th anniversary. And for that, within that 60 years of period, 35 years of it, They have continuously supported GMI. Please do not give up on us. Please continue to support us, guide us, nurture us, so that we can really fly and meet up to our aspirations, as well as also the government's aspiration in developing the next generation of our future leaders that are skilled workforce, as well as also hands-on with operations. So that is to Mara. To the participating, to the presence of the German representative from the Team Germany that has continuously supported GMI. Without your technology, without the applied science, there is no difference between GMI and the rest of the other institutions. That's what that makes the difference. So for that, from the deep of our heart, terima kasih, dankeschön. Thank you so much. To our board members yang berbahagia, TS Dr. IR Haji Kamaruzaman, and the rest of our board of directors of GMI. Thank you so much. Through the thick and thin, you have always been with us. You have supported us and guided us all the way. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. To the business partners, from Hong Leong Foundation to MMIG, to Tuition TV, Orange Tree Production, NR Link, SS Rover, Nusantara, SGB, PwC, Siemens, Volkswagen, and the rest. You have given us so much confidence by believing in us, in ensuring that the technology that you have, the ideas that you figure out to collaborate with GMI makes a lot of difference. And for that, terima kasih banyak-banyak. Thank you. To our alumni, there are 2 alumni that represents us here today. That's the reason why we choose 7. 4 from the German companies, 2 alumni, 1 a multinational corporation of Malaysia. Thank you for giving back to the alma mater. That shows that it's an ideal scenario whereby the future leaders, the students that are present here today, this is how it should be as you progress in your stages in life. You give back. Terima kasih to the alumni. To the students, you have a future, very, very bright future, with 22 advanced technological labs that we have in the 75 acres of GMI, with all the different technologies in various forms, with all the degrees, with all the different curriculums and courses that are offered. Malaysia, Germany, or many other countries that are out there. It's for you to grab, for you to capture the opportunity, and all the opportunities that are given and shared by the respective industries earlier. Take that opportunity. But thank you for putting your trust to GMI for your future education. Terima kasih. Last but not least, and to the most important, all my colleagues, all my staff, all my team members in GMI. You have been around throughout the lives of GMI. For the last 35 years, majority of you have been around since day one. You never give up. Your trust, your belief, your commitment has always been there, and it remains strong today. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Thank you. This has been a fantastic event. We are so appreciative of the contributions, the support that Mara, the German community, the team members, the organizing committee, Maracop as the key player in organizing, and for this particular segment, it's from the Bahagian Pelaburan of Mara. Thank you, Dr. Azmi. With that, we end our session today ahead of time. We don't need that 10 minutes, but to all again, terima kasih banyak-banyak. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih banyak Mr. Ahmad Solihin Muhammad Yusof for the warm remarks. I was touched. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate today's event, we invite our guests for a group photography session. And we request our fellow cameraman and media to be on stage to capture this moment. Fix your tie, fix your suit, fix a smile. Kita nak ambil gambar ya. Boleh adjust rambut sikit kalau nak. Cermin mata tu jangan sengit. Rambut elok-elok sikit, parting tu betul-betul. Okay? Okay, cameraman, ready? Semua dah ready? Alright. Yang mana tengah berdiri blocking tu, dia harap boleh duduk dan sebab kita nak ambil gambar. Siapa yang berdiri depan, make sure that you are seen, okay? Alright, ready? In 3, 2, 1, smile! Jangan cover tau yang GMI punya tu hati-hati, kena tinggi sikit sebab takut nanti tercover muka orang belakang. Jadi orang belakang aja yang boleh angkat benda tu sebab bahaya. Okay, next kita buat pose lain pula. We do a thumbs up. If you're happy with this event, do a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay, last one is Mini Love. You know Mini Love. Okay, puas hati cameraman? Okay, all ready? Ke nak buat lain lagi? Tak ada dah? Okay, cukup. It's okay. It's okay. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Malaysia-German Industry Synergy Circles. On behalf of the organizers, we extend our sincere appreciation to our esteemed guests for gracing and officiating our ceremony today. And we apologize for any shortcomings throughout the event. And as we draw this ceremony to a close, we would like to remind all guests that our showcase is now open for viewing. Please make a way for the next session's audience. For those looking to engage in further discussions, a dedicated networking area has been prepared at the rear of the hall for your convenience. Thank you once again for your time and have a wonderful day ahead. Assalamualaikum. I am Yasmin Hani signing off. I would like to request all the VVIPs and the guests to adjourn to Riverside Restaurant for some refreshment. Thank you.